Welcome to Algarve, Albufeira.
Today we want to drive around and see what is the situation here in Algarve. We know there's no tourism basically, but we want to take the pulse on the Algarve, so we're gonna drive a few places around and see what's going on. And we're starting out here in Albufeira because we had this idea that this might be one of the places where you have some activity.
So Albufeira is the most touristy city here in Algarve because this is the pulse of tourism.
There's a lot of expats who live here, so that's why we thought that maybe the restaurants and the general activity would be more normal. But boy, were we wrong. I think this is the most dead I've seen anything after opening.
We've only seen 9 restaurants open from the stroll, and we've been walking for 30 minutes, and I think we've seen 200 restaurants.
That's not a good sign, obviously, but yeah. So this is our first time in Albufeira, and there's a reason for that, because we've been told like this is just for people who want to get drunk, go to places they know very well, and you see the restaurants here is like Vegas, Mexican Tex-Mex. It's a town for people who want the Portuguese climate, but not so much the Portuguese culture. At least that's how I understand it. Take no offense if you are offended. So Algarve is all about 3 things: sun, sea, and the local food. At least that's my opinion. So now we are going to see if we can get what Algarve is all about, because there is this little restaurant where we want to have lunch. It's called O Pássaro Azul. Perfect pronunciation. It's tucked away between cliffs right at the ocean. It's said to be the most beautiful place you can have lunch in Algarve. We're 5 minutes away.
I am pretty positive that it's closed here, unfortunately. But we are gonna go. We're gonna be positive for another 2 minutes and go down and see if maybe they are open, even though it looks very close.
Although,
the beach might be nice, Joen.
It is nice.
Whoa. The area that we are driving in right now is so freaking cute, actually. This is like if I had money and could buy like a little vacation home in Algarve, this little neighborhood right here could be interesting.
Oh my god, could you imagine sitting here?
Just having a dorada or something nice.
Oh, what are we gonna do, Amalie?
We're just gonna continue. I mean, the point of this video is to show you guys how Algarve is just after lockdown. So, I mean, we can't really pretend that everything is open when it's not.
The biggest problem is that you can't really know if if you want to go to a place, you have to go see if it's open.
Or maybe try call them.
Maybe that might work.
That's the way to go. Now we have decided to go to Vilamoura. This is a place we have only had a tiny little stroll when we once were invited on a yacht trip taking off from Vilamoura. So hopefully there's something open there for us to get some lunch, because now it is a 1:15 and both of us are starving. So we'll see how it looks in Vilamoura.
Vilamoura.
Almost so desperate to get food that we are possibly ending up here at McDonald's.
I'm very surprised with how dead everything is here in Algarve. I mean, it is.
It's much
crazy.
more dead than Lisbon, actually.
But
it makes sense because you don't have all the tourism that usually gets this wheel spinning. But I found a restaurant here. There's one that's open.
There are a few open, so let's
check the Google
Yeah.
ratings.
Amalie, Do you?
Boat. I remember this. I recall this as it was yesterday, honestly.
Oh my god. Walking through this store here and then onto the literally majestic boat. I wish we could do that again. This is supposedly
Open.
Where are the people? Like even the ones who live here.
But they are in the country. They are in Britain.
Hola.
¿Está aberto?
Sí, hay dentro para sentar.
Sí, sí, sí.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Mask?
We can't eat with mask on.
No, but to enter in the restaurant in social.
Ah, and then we take it off.
Okay. Do you have outdoor seating?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So we finally managed to find a place to sit down, and this place is actually a restaurant we have been wanting to go to because we have pinpointed all the restaurants that are, you know, almost worth traveling for, and this is one of the best fish restaurants at the Algarve, and we're sitting here in Vilamura. This is the hub for the rich and not famous, but just rich and wealthy people, and you see that on the boats, and also slightly on the prices. But it's a cool place. It's a cool place. I wish the casino was open though.
So today we are having a robalo, and robalo is delicious because it's a sea bass, and you will like sea bass.
Sea bass!
And actually, sea bass sometimes are used as a substitute for lobster. So
Really?
sometimes at restaurant, if they want to cheat people, they use monkfish or sea bass in order to stuff the lobster
Really?
shell with it.
Are
Yeah,
you serious?
I'm serious.
Is it an expensive fish, the robalo?
52 per kilo. When in Algarve, do as the Algarvians, whatever that means. But eat fish. I don't know why, but every time it gets summer, I want to eat fish much more than I do in the winter. It's more fresh and nice with salad and stuff.
Before I met Amalie, I never had fish. I never had vegetables. I never had anything healthy, really. But then Amalie opened the doors to that healthy food can actually be tasteful food. And I found out that fish needs a lot of lemon. That is the key to success. Lemon, lemon, lemon. Oh, the French fries are beautiful.
Yeah.
Amalie, did the fish not fill your stomach?
Oh. Let's go.
Wow. If you really love Irish pubs, you should come to Vilamura. I think there are
everywhere.
like we've seen five, at least five.
Yeah.
And Irish pubs is quintessential of Portuguese culture. Sabor auténtico. We are in a new little town here at the Algarve, and this is actually the town we visited for the first time back in 2017 when we fell in love with Portugal. It's called Capoeiro. It's still quiet, but it's a lot more bustling than Vilamura, Albufeira.
There still are a lot of Portuguese local people here, so that might be why the city or this town is open, because there are people.
Capoeiro is actually a great place to stay, and I highly recommend coming here and get drunk with all the other drunk tourists. Dance! Come on, Dan! Hey! let's go back to our little Airbnb.
It is never fun for Joen to do the travel days by car because that means only 1 glass of wine and a beer, and then he can't have more.
She's not even wrong. So. It's gin time and everything's good.
Det var meget godt. Det er sådan en Amalie gin. Er det ikke det?
No.
We are back where we belong, in Ferragudo.
Some of you already know this is our Airbnb, and I feel like this is one of the, like, from all we've seen today, this is the town to be, because we've been out the last couple of nights here and it's been almost buzzing in some areas.
Yeah.
You know, I really love this little town here, Ferragudo.
It's very, very cute. It has like this old part of the town, and then it has a newer part. But there's also this old castle, and so it has all the charming elements that you want to have in Algarve.
Yeah.
But then you also have everything you need in Algarve.
And fantastic restaurants here.
Vamos a beber.
Vamos a beber!
Open up my city. We are quarantine clean.
Pedro Rico! Olá, Pedro Rico!
Tudo bem?
Sentadinho!
Olá, tudo bem? Tudo. Bebe muitas cervejas. Boa noite. Sorry.
Muitas cervejas.
Fin do mundo. So it's the end of the world. It's very fitting.
It's very fitting for today's Algarve. Well, it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new world. But right now we are facing delicious carne. We are gonna have beef and steak, and I can't wait. It's gonna be delicious.
Look at the atmosphere. I mean, this is actually like going to a normal restaurant, and that's why, you know, from all the things we've done today, this is like Ferragudo is definitely the highlight.
Sauchi. Okay, we just had a sip of this red wine. It's absolutely delicious, and it's of course from Alentejo.
Silky, earthy, smoky tones.
Okay guys, you ready for this?
Oh my god.
Holy.
Oh my. There's so much.
To finish.
Oh, it's to finish?
You have to finish that.
If not, you pick
Oh
up
my god, like there's like 2 kilos of meat here.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Oh my god, Joen.
Amelia.
We should have separate beds tonight, because I know how your belly gets after this much meat.
Are you f***ing kidding me? You know, as lonely as this day has been today, in many ways, I feel like I'm back at the Algarve that we know. Plenty of happy people eating, beautiful food, amazing weather. Everything is as it should be. So, what I would say to all of you guys who want to come down to Algarve is that don't be scared. Come down. It's quarantine clean. And I mean, I would risk my life for this meat here. We ate it all seriously, guys, almost, because this is all we have left. I think there's like 1.2 kilos of meat in a doggy bag. This was spectacular, and yet another sign that Algarve is well and alive.
But to wrap up today, I think we can say that Algarve isn't open completely yet, but that they are slowly reopening the ones that can afford to reopen. And probably, if we're lucky in August, we are back to the new normal, as people call it now. But you know. But with that said, I think we should just wrap it up and say obrigada por ver o vídeo. Até logo.
Até logo. See you in the next one.